G'day everybody, thanks for tuning in today. This is one pedal and 3 amps, where I take one pedal and I put it through 3 different types of amps, so a modular, a solid state and a tube amp. Today I have the Iridium, the Strymon Iridium on the Marshall setting for our amp simulator. I've got the Boss Katana behind me there, and over my right shoulder is the big green beast, the Marshall Astoria. That is our valve amp. Today we have the Horrothia Triage. Now Tom has been making some really good quality pedals, a really excellent overdrive, a really excellent rotary and chorus. So this is his latest offering. This is a discrete transistor preamp, and it's pretty tasty. I've been really enjoying it. The first thing I can tell you about it, one, is that it adds a lot of beautiful harmonic content that a few of the modelers are missing. So I'll be really interested to show you that. So the Iridium sounds like this. Katana sounds like this. And the Marshall Astoria sounds like this. So I've got everything really clean because this is a preamp. So hopefully it'll add a nice little shine and buff to everything. So I've got everything at pretty much 12 o'clock. This is back onto the Strymon Iridium. Again, you just hear it adds a tiny little bit of dirt, but it just sort of polishes the signal in a really nice way. Alright, let's have a listen to the Katana. So yeah, it just sort of adds like a really nice polish to it. I can't really explain it. Definitely a frequency. Alright, let's check out the Marshall Astoria with everything at 12 o'clock. So there you have it. Alright, so now I'm going to bunch the gain right up because it does actually have a fair bit of gain in it. And back on the Strymon Iridium. Right, over to the Katana. Over to the Astoria. That sounds pretty awesome to me. It's a really lovely clipping. It's a really lovely clipping section in there. So I'm back on the Strymon Iridium now. I'm just going to go through what is called the high filter, the high frequency balance, I guess you could call it. The HF balance is for high frequency. Pretty usable tones all the way through there. Let's go through the Katana. Marshall Astoria. Alright, so it sounded a bit brittle here in the studio going through the Katana. It sounded okay through the Strymon Iridium, and it sounded just fine through the Astoria. I'm pretty sure that's where I like it. Okay, now, another trick it has is this little mid-frequency peak, the mid-peak. We're just going to lift up the mid-range a little bit, so I'll flick that off a couple of times. It's pretty subtle, but it's definitely there. Alright, this is the Katana. A lot more noticeable in the Katana. Alright, onto the Marshall Astoria. Yeah, look, there's a pretty noticeable difference here. So now the other thing I'm going to do is turn the gain right down and see how much of a boost we can get out of it. So, gain down, output up. Now this does have a fair bit of output. I'm going to have some gain in there, otherwise there won't be enough output. And I'm going to leave the mid boost on because I like it. Definitely a massive volume boost and some extra dirt into the Iridium. Let's try it out of the Katana. Definitely lots of extra output on the Katana as well, and lots of dirt. Try it out on the Katana, on the Marshall Astoria. Oh yeah, great big volume jump. And not very much extra dirt at all, because the Astoria is designed to be a very clean pedal taking amp. So there you have it. So I think I like the gain. I think I like the treble up a little bit. I think I like the volume up a little bit. I like the gain sort of almost at 3 o'clock. Well, it is at 3 o'clock. And I like the mid switch on. So that's how I would set it. Back to the Iridium. This is the Katana. Marshall Astoria. Well, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to turn all 3 amps on at the same time and give you a listen, because for some reason you all yell at me when I don't do it. So here we go. Here's all 3 together. That is a massive sound here in the studio. So there you have it. That is the Triage from Horrothia. They're doing some really good stuff over there in England, building them one at a time by hand. I think this is number 20, what is it, 28? Number 28, this is a red one I got. There wasn't many red ones, so I feel a bit special to have this one. And seriously, have a look at the size of that button on there. That on-off switch is massive. It reminds me of a flipper button on the side of a pinball machine from when I was a kid. That's what it reminds me of, all the buttons on the top of the arcade machines like Pac-Man and that sort of stuff. It is massive. And I'm sure it's probably $50 worth of the pedal, adds of $50 to it. But either way, it's totally worth it to me. So the other trick that this pedal has up its sleeve is that you can also run it on 18 volts. I am just running it on 9 volts, but you can get some extra cleaner headroom out of it if you want to run it on 18 volts. But I like it a little bit dirty. I like all the extra harmonics it adds. And I think in terms of being a preamp more than an overdrive, I think it's sensational in the front end of all three of these types of amps, the modular, the solid state, and the valve amp. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate your time. While you're there, give us a thumbs up and a subscribe and a like. All that sort of stuff is free for you, and it helps us out a lot in terms of being a successful YouTube channel. So if you've got this far, thank you very much. We really appreciate your time, and we'll see you next time. Bye.